Alright, here for auction we have our all original 1967 Ford Mustang Coupe. It's a California Survivor, was bought new at Betty Ford in Monterey, California. It was in California its whole life until, with the original owner, until just a few years ago where it came up here to Washington State. It comes with loads of original documentation, has original purchase order, original window sticker, original books, original brochure that I'll show you. But it's just a killer, all original car, no paint work. Has just a killer looking patina on it. 100% rust free body. You know, you'll get a little bit of surface rust where there's some worn paint here and there. Just that kind of patina look. And then the undercarriage, you know, there's a little bit of, you know, surface rust on like the leaf springs and rear end and stuff like that. But all the torque boxes, body mounts, floorboards, just are in amazing shape. So we'll start going around this. You know, it's all original, you know, lacquer paint. Still nice and shiny. It's that lime gold. It's a light metallic green. You can see, you know, you're gonna have some of this type of original stuff, some little, you know, scuffs in the paint. You know, little scuff right there. Front valance is in nice shape. You know, all the chrome it looks nice, has good reflection. It's nice and bright, but it matches the paint. You know, has some wear, some aging. You know, you got some surface rust on, you know, where there's chipped paint. You know, grill's in nice shape. No plastics are cracked. No little honeycomb pieces are missing. It has it's been upgraded with the, you know, the chrome special wheels. They originally came by the purchase order, and we also have a Marty report said that it had steel wheels with the hubcaps. So somebody's obviously upgraded it. Got a little bit of water down here from driving it. You can see, really nice condition. You know, paint's a little bit worn after the tires and along the rocker area. Paint's a little thin right in here for some reason, and it looks like just a little bit of area right here. Maybe they touched it up or something. But you know, you're gonna get, you know, the door sweeps. The rubbers are in really nice condition. They're a little bit cracked towards the back windows, so they've probably been replaced right in here on the driver's and passenger doors. Got the original Carlite logo. Front windshield's probably been replaced at one point. It doesn't have that logo anymore on it that I can find. But you know, you'll have some little scuffs here, some little entry wear. You know, we got 150 pictures. They got some little stone chips right here from kind of just some rocks being kicked up. Nice panel gaps. You know, it came factory with the C4 transmission, automatic, 289 V8, power steering, a manual drum brake car. But it's cool to see original window sticker in the purchase order and see all that original documentation. There's a letter from the dealership, Betty Ford, to the owner, you know, telling her when the car will be arrived. Shows she traded in a 62 Bel Air. Just cool stuff like that you don't get with most cars. You know, you can see the chrome's a little aged, like I was talking about, but it just has that right look, you know. Original bumper sticker still on here from California State, Monterey College from the 89, 90. Odometer's a little over 70,000. I'm assuming it's 170,000. I don't see how it could ever be more than that. We have a lot of documentation receipts. In the 90s, it had like 40,000 miles and 50,000 miles and 60,000 miles. And then, you know, they only put, if you track the miles, they only put like a couple hundred miles on it a year. There's a little, kind of like a little crease right here. Looks like the back end of something. But again, you can see, you know, all the underside photos are in just incredible condition. Looks like maybe they drove over some road tar, got a little bit of road tar down here. There's a little bit of scuff right here. You know, you got some wear. So just look at all the pictures up close. You know, both sides you'll have kind of like, you know, stone chipping down here. Some little scuffs in the quarter panel. You know, this is the way I like to find the cars. This is what I like. I love restored cars. I love custom cars, but I really love original cars. You know, there's a little crease in the quarter panel here, but no paint damage. Because it's just so hard to find cars that are 50, 40, even 20 years old, really, that are this original, haven't been painted. Paint's worn a little bit right here, and it looks like maybe, you know, they got some degreaser on it or something, made a couple of stripes, but A little bit of scuffs here. Original sticker from, it says member 1970, trees for people. Not exactly what sure that is. So this window's obviously been in here a long time. Logo. Take you inside. The inside's just incredible condition. Passenger door panel is really nice. The door shuts just killer. This is kind of common for the 65 to 68 Mustangs. This is metal, and you will get kind of like a couple little surface rust areas. The side panels are the same way. You can see some little surface rust and stuff like that. It's just really thin paint. You get scuffs like on that one over there. I'll show you. But it's got nice floor mats. Original carpet, never been out. Just obviously some sun fade. It's been in California almost its whole life. Dash pad is not cracked or anything, but it looks like maybe they spilled something on it right here. Other than that, the dash pad's in nice shape, so if you wanted to, you could pull it off and paint it, and it would look killer. Original carpets underneath are, a little worn. You got some material pulling up and stuff like that, but it's cool to see that original carpet in here. Inside of the back's really nice. You can see the door hinge area, a rocker. So I'll go ahead and, the seats are just an amazing shape. They're almost, really perfect. They're nice and soft. They don't feel brittle. Fold forward nice. A little bit of darkening down there, but who cares? I'll show you some of that original documentation that comes with this car. It's just killer. It has its original brochures. It's like, we look for these kind of cars all the time, and you don't see this stuff. Original lime gold. It's got the VIN number, has all the stuff. Betty Ford of Monterey, California. Here's the Marty report, and there's pictures of all this stuff. Original purchase order. It's traded in a '62 Chevy. The price, it's amazing. Here's the letter. Everything is on with Ford being processed. Apparently the owner was a little impatient, and so the Betty Ford wrote her a letter saying everything's on track, and just little stuff like this. It was just a recall for the steering wheel, but it's just cool to see. The owner checked 11th of January '68, but Betty found okay. Original owner's manuals, all the little books and manuals that come with it. Even like these ones that don't matter, like the Chevron dealer. Most people just toss this stuff out. The AAA, California, the other books. The stack of receipts, and 01 it had 54,686 miles. In 2000 it had 54,605. Let's see. In 99 it had 54,171. So it could be 70,000 original miles. It's really, without being a 6-digit odometer, and the paperwork trail kind of ends here. But you can see, that's the same 99. Had the trans done in 96, and it only had, just because it had some leaks and stuff like that, it says in the description. So they decided just to rebuild it. But it says 47,000 miles in 1996. So you can see how much she put on in that amount of time. Again in 96, same mileage, and then 95, there's no miles punched in there. But it's just cool to see this original documentation. It's got some California street maps. This one's a 2011, and it came up here in around 2014. So amazing to see a car and the original owners for that long. Original stereo works. A little crack right there. Nice shifter, everything's tight, it lights up. Show you the rear seat here. Rear seat's just in flawless condition. It's beautiful. The windows roll up and down nice and easy. They probably could use a little bit of grease, but they go all the way down, go all the way up. The driver's side likes to sneak down about a half of an inch when you're driving. Sometimes it'll do this. So up it goes, but they all open. The fly windows are nice and tight. Again, you got some cracks on the steering wheel here. kind of your typical Ford stuff, kind of old car stuff. You know, got a little bit of surface rust on the painted metals, like I was talking about, on the passenger door, driver's door, same way. But the vinyl on both of them are really nice. You have a crack in the armrest. Again, just really nice condition. Original VIN number, VIN tag. Just a little bit of surface rust down here, like I was talking about, with some worn paint. But again, even the driver's seat, I mean, there is a good chance this thing's got 70,000 original miles. It's really hard to say. But by the wear on the brake pad and stuff, I mean, I would kind of go with it. Again, you got a little bit of wear underneath here in the carpet. But definitely take a look at all the pictures from the underside. It's getting a little late in the day and it's kind of looking like it wants to start raining on me. But it's still got the original jack decal. A little bit of surface rust here from some condensation, but it hasn't been wet inside. But we really haven't, you know, had it out in the rain or anything like that. This thing stays inside. The previous owner replaced the mat, which is nice to see, with an original looking one. The spare tire does come with it, but we pulled it out for pictures. You know, really nice and solid. Looks like they might have sprayed some type of paint just to, you know, keep the surface rust out. More than likely they pulled this up and saw a bunch of surface rust inside to get a new mat, but really nice condition. Take you underneath the hood. I mean, it's still got the air pump. I mean, it's just bone stock, really untouched underneath the hood. You know, it's got a new fuel pump. Yeah, but on that, you know, it's kind of an open canvas if you want to just keep it original and drive it the way it is. You know, still got the Ford overflow bag. You know, the radiator still is a little green around here, so it's, you know, it's not leaking, but sometime you might want to replace it or get a record. They're extremely cheap to get done. But this is just a, you know, blank canvas. You want to lower it down, do disc brake conversion, do custom stuff, but it runs really good. I mean, nothing's out of place or missing or been tampered with underneath here. Just kind of had your regular maintenance. You can see underneath the hood is really nice. So, alrighty, so this is our all original 2-owner California Survivor 67 coupe. So good luck.